Hey everyone, this is Amrita Dash from Gostudy, and today I am here with a very special person, our student Aishree, who is going to share her experience with Gostudy in her study abroad process. So let's begin. Hi Aishree, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
How are you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So Aishree, why don't you tell us a bit more about yourself so that we get to know you a little better?
So, I'm actually a fresh graduate. Most of the students who are going to Ireland are usually experienced. I'm just a fresh graduate from Savita Engineering College. I did my bachelor's in artificial intelligence and data science, and I'm going to be pursuing computer vision and artificial intelligence in University of Limerick in Ireland.
Awesome, that's really great to know. So I would like to know, what were your initial goals before deciding to study abroad?
Honestly, from the very beginning, I really wanted to study abroad. I was trying for undergraduate itself, but my family didn't exactly have the funds. So I thought maybe I could finish my undergraduate, work here for a year or two maybe, and then try for postgraduate. But when I saw my friends, everyone trying for a master's abroad, I just really wanted to go to. So I thought let me just apply for now without my parents' knowledge, and if I get in, maybe I can convince them at that time. And I got in to NCI at first, and which kind of gave way for my parents to see clearly that I'm really willing to go and I'm able to do this on my own and everything. So they were like, okay, we'll see. We'll just first, let's just put this aside. Let's just keep it like this, but let's see it later. So,
okay, interesting. So could you tell us which destination and university will you be attending?
I will be attending University of Limerick in Ireland.
So how did you decide that you were going to study in this university?
So me and my friend, we were going through different universities. We went through their website and especially their ranking and courses, because course, more than the university, the course was a big deal for me. I really wanted to go into the core AI field rather than data science, which most people really prefer. But so I was going through all of the course lists, and one day I went to the education fair with my mom, my sister, and my friend. We went. I think there were 9 different university representatives, and we went to this Trinity and UCD and Galway and everything. But when we went to University of Limerick, the representative was really enthusiastic, and we could actually see and feel how passionate he was about University of Limerick, about the beautiful campus and the student friendly environment and everything. So I was curious, but at that time I wasn't sure I'm trying for Ireland. It was just a way to pursue my parents to let me go, and I was really interested in Limerick. But then so my friend got in, he paid the deposit and everything. After that, I got into NCI, because NCI the application fee was not there, but for Limerick the application fee was there. So later on I told them let me just apply and see, if I get in, maybe I'll give it a shot. If I don't, then it's fine. So my preference was the top 5 universities, that is the TCD, UCD and Galway, Limerick and DCU. But I still didn't apply for the universities which had the application fee. So but Limerick was an exception. That was literally the only university I paid and applied with an application fee, because that was the only university that had the computer vision course too. I don't think any other universities had the computer vision course.
Okay, that's why they say where there is a will, there is a way, right? Okay, since you mentioned a lot of courses, could you tell us which course you are particularly going to study and what drew you to this field?
So I'm going to be pursuing Masters of Engineering in Computer Vision and Artificial Intelligence. I have been wanting to go into this field ever since the first semester. As far as I can remember, my first semester was online due to COVID, but we did have this 1 month of classes alone, I think. So I was with my professor and we were in the lab. Like he was a mechanical engineering professor, if I'm being honest, but he was teaching us the mechanics behind how things were working, because we had all of those basic classes at the beginning. So I was the only one sitting with him in the classroom because he saw my LinkedIn and that I already did some internships and courses and stuff. So he was like, he just wanted to talk to me, and he was like, look into machine vision first. Like this field actually has a lot of growth in it, and like a lot of people are talking about it, and I think this field might be of interest to you. So just go through it. And like he gave me a lot of resources to look into. So that was my goal, like because he was a robotics teacher, and so his suggestion was to look into machine vision. But then like I worked on various different computer vision projects along the 4 years, so I just wanted to go into that field.
That's awesome. Okay, so my next question is, how did you feel about the application and the visa process? Were there any hiccups on the way?
I think the application process was a lot easier than I thought, purely because of my consultant Sundari ma'am. She helped me through a lot, because like we thought like we had to spend a lot of hours going through different statement of purposes from other students, and like we might have to draft our own and everything. But all we had to do was like answer 3 different questions about internships and like work experience, projects and everything in detail. And like they actually gave us our own statement of purpose according like with that. So it was such an easier process actually than I thought.
That's really great to know. So now that you have overcome all those hiccups, how do you feel?
Flabbergasted and really happy and relieved mostly.
Yes, you are shining bright, I must say.
Thank you.
Getting 100% scholarship is a huge accomplishment. You must be on cloud 9, isn't it?
Really, yeah, I am. And so are my parents, because they actually didn't believe it was true. I think up until right now, like even though like like all the visa process is done and everything, I still think they actually believe it's a dream and that it's actually not real.
Okay, I can totally understand. Now, getting this scholarship, will this impact your studies and your future plans? If yes, then how?
Definitely, because I thought just like all the other students, I have to get a loan of like 25 to 30 lakh, and like I have to spend my earnings after the year just repaying it. And because my dad is the only breadwinner in our family, and like my sister is also, she's in school and my mom is not working. So I thought like even if I do go there and if I start to earn most of my money will either go to tax or like to repaying the loan. And now that I got the scholarship, although the first initial few months of like all of this process a bit hard, because I haven't yet received my living cost yet. So even though this is a bit hard, I think that definitely impacts in a really great scale on a really long term too.
Okay, so my next question is, how did you find about Gostudy, and how did you decide that you would proceed with Gostudy for your study abroad process?
So at first I actually didn't know I had to go through a consultant. So we were looking for my friend, right, initially. Like I didn't have the plan of going to Ireland or even like studying abroad. I mean, like I had the plan, but I didn't get the approval from my parents yet. So I was looking through all of the other websites and everything, and everyone were like, you have to go through a consultancy, like you don't have to pay any fee. Like everyone will usually go through a consultancy. You can't, it's a really tedious process to do it on your own. And so I was just scrolling Instagram one day and I just saw that Gostudy actually offers application fee waivers for UCD and few other universities. So I told my friend, and he just put in his contact details, and I think he received a call back within like 2 or 3 days from Sundari ma'am. Ever since then, like I think his friend also went to the same consultant, and another friend of his went to the same consultant, and like I also did the same. So it was a group of like around 5 or 6 members who went to the same consultant at the end.
Oh, that's great. So, how satisfied are you with the overall level of service that you have got and the support that the Gostudy consultants have given you?
Oh, Oh, extremely. It wasn't just at the first, like when I was, applying for colleges. It was after I got the admit letter. I think my parents actually came twice to the office, and the very first time my mom came, my dad is in abroad. My dad is working in Oman, so my mom and my sister came here, and so my mom was not convinced. She was like, how can we manage all this? This is like a lot of money to spend. Like, there is no possible way we could do this. And Sundari ma'am, like, she just took out a paper and she explained all of the costs that would happen, and like how it is actually easier to get a visa and everything. And even though that day my mom wasn't very convinced, the next day she felt like, after meeting Sundari ma'am, she felt like, okay, maybe we can give it a try. And then after that, even for the education loan, while applying through education loan, like Naveen sir also helped me a lot, because I had a problem with the HDFC loan, because my dad didn't really have his work permit. Since he's a staff, they don't really give work permits. So that was a problem, and he helped me through that too. And then for the visa application, which was much more confusing than the college application, if I must say. But Rupa ma'am helped me through every single process. She was like, up until even though her work time was only like still 6, she still helped me, like even overtime, and like all of these smallest doubts that I had, like even no matter what time it is, she always helped me getting all of the documents done. I didn't really have much to do, like the statement of purpose, cover letters, everything was actually done by the consultants. So the process was really easy, and to be honest, a lot more easier than I initially thought.
I'm really happy that you got all the help that you needed.
Thank you.
So my next question is, how did the consultant's knowledge and expertise impact your study abroad plans?
I feel like that's one of the major reasons why I'm even going to Ireland in a way. Though one of the major reasons why I even got the approval from my parents. Another thing is, I remember I was on my internship, and I didn't actually know Gostudy was like the main franchise. So initially I thought it was actually Go Ireland, and then what I did was there was this Go France website, Go Spain website, and since I didn't have my parents' approval at the beginning, I actually gave in my contact to every single website. And the next day, Sundari ma'am called me and she was like, my manager told me that you gave it another request. Is there anything that I need to help you with? And she was very sweet, but like I was saying like, can I try for some other countries, because I don't think my parents are gonna let me to go to Ireland because of the amount that I have to spend. So I asked her, like, is there any possibility I could try for Italy, because Italy has a lot of scholarship opportunities, and even France and everything. I think I applied to 5 different Gostudy websites and gave in my details, and she was very sweet, and I think she spent like almost 1.5 hours on call with me and explaining me why Ireland was the best choice, much more than the other European countries, because or any other countries, not just European countries, because apart from Ireland, the other European countries, they speak a totally different language. So even if I have to go to part-time, I have to learn their language too. So that was one of the main struggle that she explained to me, and that actually helped me convince my parents.
Awesome. So, during this entire process, was there any specific service or support that you found to be extremely helpful, or a moment that really stood out for you?
I think definitely the writing team, because I didn't have to write any of my cover letters for visa, because another thing is, since I got the Government of Ireland scholarship, I had no idea about what my process was going to be, or how different it was going to be from other students, or what other kind of documents I have to prepare, because my friends were preparing these fee receipt and everything, and I didn't have fee receipt because I didn't exactly pay my tuition fee. So the writing team, I don't actually remember her name, I'm sorry, but like she helped me write 3 or 4 different cover letters. It was all hers, and if I didn't like something, or if I had to change something, all I had to do was just let her know, and she would change it immediately and let me know if it was okay. I think she wrote me like a 4 whole page of statement of purpose. So it was really amazing, and it was a really good one too.
It's great. So, do you have any advice for the students who are considering studying abroad?
I feel like they have to first know what their preference is, because for me it was my course and the college ranking, because I felt like I'm going to a whole different city to study, and I felt like ranking was one of the main things that I had to look into, because if the ranking wasn't that good, I could just study in some college over here. So ranking and course was such an important thing for me, and the college campus, or the kind of facilities that the college has and everything else. So my first advice would be for the students to know what they want and what their preference is, because you can't always get everything right in a college or university. So they have to take like one or two preference at the top, so that would be really helpful.
That's a really valuable advice, and I can clearly see your excitement, which is making me excited. So, without work experience, how did you manage to secure a spot in this university?
I don't have a work experience, but I do have internship experience. Right before I started my undergraduate, I started applying for internships and I started working on company-based projects. I have around like 4 to 5 internship experience so far in my field itself, on artificial intelligence, computer vision, and NLP. And along with that, I don't remember a single time I just did my college courses or college assignments. It's usually a college work will be going on one side, and on the other side I'll have like 2 to 3 hackathons I'll be participating in with my friends, while I'll be doing a publication work or a journal work along with my professor. So I have one global hackathon, IBM Z Global Data Hackathon, and I have two different national level hackathons, and one MTS Student and the award. And there are so many other multiple hackathon experiences too. So along with that, I'm also working on the publication work for all of my research projects with my mentor, which is still on the process, and I have one published paper. So I do have all of these instead of my job experience.
It's really wonderful, and I think it's valuable information for the future aspirants watching this conversation. So could you tell us what next? Now that you have started the process of fulfilling your studying abroad dream, what are your future goals?
So currently my plan, I think it might change definitely, but like for now, after my masters, I really want to work in a company where I can actually do computer vision or AI related roles, because one of the major problems with getting a job right now is that when it comes to AI, they have very high prerequisites itself. Like even though you're a fresher, they require you to have a lot of knowledge or at least work experience, like 10 years of work experience, especially when it comes to AI, and they don't really give you an AI role without a master's majorly. Even though it is possible in India with various amounts of startups, I genuinely want to work in an AI role rather than a web developer role, which was what I was getting in my campus placements. So at least for like an year or two, or probably for the next 5 years until my sister finishes her studies, basic studies, I'll probably be working in a computer vision role, hopefully. And after that, I would want to get into research again and do my PhD. But that's a hopeful plan in the future.
So before we close this, do you have anything else that you would like to share about your experience with Gostudy or about studying abroad in general?
So I know there are a lot of consultancies out there, and I have joined the University of Limerick group now, and I see how other students are sharing their experience with their consultants. But I felt like compared to everyone else, or unlike the much bigger consultancy companies like ITP or Advise and everything, this was much more helpful to me, because all of the consultants were like much more friendlier. Anything I had to ask, like even if it was the most silliest doubt in the world, they would clear it for me, which is exactly why like a bunch of us actually went to a single consultant. We just called her, and like if anyone else asked me, I would still refer her or like the same consultancy to go to. It was such a wonderful experience and like a clean experience. I didn't have to worry about anything except for my parents' approval, but apart from that, there was no problem at all. There was nothing that I had to worry about. Like it was purely satisfying experience.
That's really great. Congratulations again on securing a spot in your desired university, in your desired course, and I wish you all the very best for all your future ventures.
Thank you.